All right, so today we're gonna be talking about something very, very dark. It's these right here. I don't even know if you can see them, but that's coming up. Hello everyone, this is Dwayne with Edge of Nowhere Farm, and we're coming to you here today in the middle of June. You know what, it's a nice, beautiful, overcast day today. In fact, we just finished another video. We were planning on being done with our videos today, or maybe bringing you something else, but then we walked by our Monukka grapevines and just happened to find some extremely ripe Black Monukka grapes. So that's what we're bringing you today. So what's behind me here? Something we actually have not talked about yet, have not talked about at all before. These are our Black Monukka grapes. Monukka is M-O-N-U-K-K-A, I believe. But it's a Black Monukka grape. We actually got these grapevines from Home Depot, believe it or not. Bare root, little tiny sticks. Put them in the ground about 2.5 years ago. Didn't get really any fruit off of it last year. Got 1 or 2 pieces. You know, when we put these in, they grew really, really well, just like our Thompsons and our Flames did. But when we had our fruit production last year, had a great fruit production on that second year of Thompson grapes and also of Flame grapes. Really amazing seedless grapes. We got no Monukka grapes. We saw a couple that birds had gotten to, 1 or 2 small little bundles. You know, the vine itself was kind of a pain because the branches get really big and long fast, but they're actually really delicate. So when we try to train the vines from the 3-foot level to the 6-foot level, the vines are breaking. So it was really, really difficult to work with the vines. Very kind of weak. It was kind of strange. And then to not get any fruit production off of it last year really had us concerned. We were really second guessing this because this is actually the vine that we put more of in. We put in 6 vines. They go across the area that we have surrounding our garden beds. And the 6 vines on the front, so facing the main part of the farm, facing the pasture, which is behind Lori right now. And what we see when we look out from our patio, looking into this area, we see this row of vines. So we're a little disappointed and a little concerned that we chose the wrong grape to put in the front here. But one thing that we wanted to do is we wanted to have a grapevine that would, number one, grow really fast, and it does, to fill this area in, but also we wanted another grape that had a very, very dark skin to it. So we're going to talk more about that in a second. But this morning we were coming by, I was walking through going, well, you know what, maybe we can do a quick video on this and talk about the tree itself, or about the vine itself. And then I pulled aside some leaves, and you know what? We found an extremely ripe grape bunch. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have Lori squeeze in here a little bit. I am gonna be using, in fact, I'll link our video here of our Flame seedless grape where I use this, but this is the tool that I actually use to clip the bunches or bundles of grapes off. So I use this to actually snip it off. I've used this also to thin our apples, so I can get down, it's got a real fine tip. I can get down and really kind of snip in small spaces, which is what I need to do here. In our Flame video, we actually posted, in fact, I'll post that here so you can see it. We posted how we do this netting. The only way that we save any grapes for ourselves, is this netting. If we didn't use this, we would never get grapes off of any of our grapevines. But you can take a look at that video and see how we did that. It's no different here. We use real basic clothespins. I'm going to pull these off here so I can get up into there to make it easy for us to get into, and then of course to keep the birds out at bay. Now in the intro, I'm pretty sure, I'm hoping you can see it, I actually had this bundle in the intro. It's kind of hard to see because it is nice and dark. So what I'm going to do, if Lori can't see it, that's okay. I'm going to get up in here and I'm going to snip this bunch off. All right. Wow. Oh my goodness. This is amazing. So this is you guys are actually seeing for the very, very first time for us here on the farm, our harvest of Black Monukka grapes. So these are our grapes. Let's see, the bundles, not quite the size of my forearm, probably about the same size as bundle size or bunch size as our Flame seedless grapes. But these are much, much darker. Still has that kind of hazy white protective layer on the outside. What I want to do, I want to see if I can get one here. There we go. So these are really evenly ripe, even down to the tip, which can be a challenge sometimes. I see a little bit more red in some of these. This one looks really good. He's pretty dark too. So I'm going to put these in my bucket. Lori and I will try these later, but I want to show you the grapes. So You can see these grapes here, a lot darker than the flame seedless grapes, if you've seen that video. So much darker skin, lightens up towards where it actually attaches to the bunch itself, but a much darker skin. You know, I don't know if black's the right term, but definitely dark purple. So a nice dark purple color, probably closer to maybe a blackberry. For me, it kind of reminds me of the color of a blackberry. So in fact, yeah, color of a blackberry. But really cool looking fruit. And you know what? We've never tried one before. So I've got two, one's for me, one's for Lori, but let's try one of these. Okay. Okay, now I was expecting, I'll tell you what I was expecting, I'll tell you what I'm tasting. So I was expecting, because of this darker color, that I would have kind of more of that tannic kind of consistency that you get in some grapes, especially some of the darker grapes, you know, kind of that tannic, bittery kind of taste. But you know what? It doesn't have any. Actually, it doesn't have any at all. It tastes similar to the flame seedless grapes. Very, very sweet. I don't taste any tannic bitteriness at all in the skin. So I don't know if we let these go longer, if it would start to get that or not. I know these get bigger. So these are smaller grapes. These grapes have a tendency to get a lot bigger than this from what I've read. This one's about the size of a marble. I'm gonna give this one to Lori so she can try it. And I can tell you her reaction. Her reaction is, okay, just keep going, Dwayne. So ultimately what it narrows down to with these grapes is these grapes with that dark skin.
I thought they had seeds.
Okay, so Lori's asking, I thought they had seeds. I thought they did too.
Mine didn't have a seed.
Mine didn't have a seed either. So, well, I thought they were seeded. I'm gonna have to double check that because I thought these were seeded grapes. One of the things with this particular grape is we were expecting to juice these grapes more than anything, but that did taste really good. And I don't taste the seed. Maybe it's because it's small, I'm not sure. Actually, if some of you know out there, let us know. Is this actually a seeded variety? You know, it didn't taste that way now. I would think even a small one would still have some seed in there, but I didn't taste it. But back to the grape. So that dark skin, one of the things, as I just said, Lori and I were planning on with this particular variety was actually we were going to juice this. So we wanted to use it for juice. Some people have even talked a little bit about making wine, which we considered, may still do, but just grape juice. We juice every morning and adding this particular variety because of that dark pigment. And really what we want, grapes actually have resveratrol in the skin, so in that inside skin. It's what gives it that dark red, purple, blackish kind of pigment. That particular antioxidant, very powerful antioxidant, but from what I understand is very good for your heart in particular, also as an anti-aging. I know people use it for that as well, although not sold 100% on that. Because it's an antioxidant, you know what? It's good for your body, and I would imagine you probably age a little bit better when you got a lot of antioxidants. So I'm not sure how that works out exactly because I don't know the details, but I do know that it has resveratrol in it. That darker pigment means there's higher amounts in there. So the idea was to juice it, condense those resveratrol into a juice, and then drink it as a juice, which we still will do. But I'll tell you what, tastes amazing. So we're going to be eating a lot of those too. Either way, that's a Black Monukka grape. All right, so I just want to thank you for joining us today. And you know what, if you haven't done so already, hey, subscribe to our channel. We'd love to have you along as we go through this adventure, particularly during the summertime when we have a lot of our trees and vines are producing fruit. We're going into our main fruit production time. Going to be sharing as many of the varieties and the different types of fruits that we have here on the farm throughout the summer. We're also going to take a few kind of side steps into some of our trees that are not necessarily producing now, but just beautiful trees that we're looking forward to producing in the future. So, you know, subscribe to the channel and join us. And hey, you know, like and share the video. If you got anybody that you know that you think might be interested in something like this, you know, we really enjoy it. We know that there's other people out there that do, and would really like to see some of the unique things that we're doing here in Whitman that might be a little bit different from what you might see on some of the other channels that are out there. So hey, like and share the video so we can share what we're going through with everybody out there. And hey, you know what, if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section down below. You know, Lori and I really enjoy reading those, and we really enjoy interacting with you guys. We've had some really cool discussions with people from all over the country with different things that we're doing here on the farm, giving us hints and suggestions, or taking hints and suggestions, but really love to interact with you guys down in the comment section below. So just want to thank you for joining us today and remind you, if we can farm on the edge of nowhere, and if we can grow Black Monukka grapes like that on the edge of nowhere, so can you. All right, so today we're going to be talking about some dark stuff. And I think my knee is actually in pig poop.
My beak. Hey, done.
Yeah.